With another season of Arcane around the corner, we should see either the old collection items or a brand new set of cosmetics similar to the previous one that had a sick sheriff, monkey gun buddy, cool player card, and monkey spray. However, this also means that Fortnite will most likely bring back their own collabs that had a lot of quality cosmetics for less of the price. However, this made me think, what if Valorant and Riot's team of artists, coders, and everyone in between decided not to be outdone by Fortnite when using their IP? What if Valorant did a better collab than Fortnite by having a League of Legends and Valorant crossover act?
3, 2, 1.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, this would be a tall task since in terms of cosmetics and content, Valorant is very limited. But with enough brainpower and imagination, I think we can outdo Fortnite. But first, I would deeply appreciate it if you considered liking and subscribing to this channel, as well as be a member in the future. I have these subscriber milestone goals. At 1K, we'll do a Q&A plus a deep dive video on one specific agent that you guys vote on. At 5,000 subscribers, I'll do a live stream power scaling video with the community and then put out a separate video based on what you guys vote on, as well as my own opinions too. At 10,000 subscribers, I'll do a full-on video detailing everything that I can find in Valorant's lore, which will most likely be over 2 hours. Thank you for your time. Please consider subscribing, and let's get back on track with this topic. Let's first work on the bundle itself, which will be inspired by League of Legends, of course. One of the obvious choices for a new weapon would be Jinx's Gatling gun, added as a skin. We should also get a bulldog that looks very similar to Zeri's gun. If you didn't know, Zeri is a champion who is voiced by the same voice actor that does Neon. Both have electrical powers and can slide. I think it would be cool if Zeri gun would have a unique animation similar to how there is one for Yoru whenever he inspects the Oni blade. The electricity flowing through the gun could change colors to reflect either Zeri's or Neon's colors. Or maybe when Neon has the gun equipped, she's the one doing the shooting. Now, I don't play a lot of League of Legends, but based on what I see here, it looks like Zeri the one shooting the electricity, and I guess the gun is supposed to help her control her powers better. I mainly choose this bulldog because it looks like some of her abilities shoots and bursts similar to the bulldog's. So I think it would be kind of cool if Neon could mimic Zeri's animation by actually shooting electricity bullets from her fingertips. Aiming down sight would be a bit tricky to make work, but having a custom scope made out of electricity coming out of Neon's hands or arms would be cool. Now for the next two weapons, I think it could be related to Jinx's Whisper. I feel like a pistol and an outlaw would work best here. Based on these images and gameplay that I can see, it looks like he's able to make the guns transform based on the abilities that he uses. However, what would make this set different than the other ones is if someone has both the pistol and the outlaw equipped at the same time, there could be an animation that transforms the weapons when switching between the two. Similar to how in the Nocturnum collection, you can change between a dagger and a scythe when expecting. Again, this could be tricky to pull off, but it would be so dope to see if done right. I mainly chose the outlaw here because it doesn't have a lot of skins, and the sheriff because Jing's pistol is kind of bulky like one. There's also a character named Aphelios who uses both a sniper and a pistol, as well as other weapons based on the moonstone materials his sister gives him. The same idea that I mentioned for Jing could be applied to Aphelios' weapons as well. Apparently he has a lot of other guns that he uses, so maybe the whole collection could be based off of that too, where if you switch between the primary and secondary weapons, there could be a unique animation between the two where they transform. I do want to mention his abilities look a little bit more magical than Jing's, so that could also be tricky too. And for the melee, I think it could be Master Yi's sword just because it looks sick. There's also Echo's blade that could work. It kind of just reminds me of the Spectrum melee too. Y'all let me know which two you guys prefer. And for the finisher, it could be something related to the formation of runeterra. Apparently, unknown beings use something called the world runes to make runeterra. The finisher could be a projection of these beings in the sky creating the world with little League of Legends Easter eggs. I'm not gonna lie, this theme does seem like all over the place, but it's supposed to be League of Legends and a Valorant collab for a reason. Let's connect as many places as possible, especially with the player card, which could reflect that as well. The gun buddy can be a symbol of runeterra or something similar to that. So of course, for my listeners, this does sound mad expensive. So why not have all the League of Legends collab skins that are already in Valorant, outside of the new one that I just mentioned, be available during the whole act for people to buy? And let them be on sale too. Also, when I was looking at League's website, there's 13 regions. Why not have each region represented in the battle pass? And since we're making this hypothetical crossover for the whole act, let's make the tier 50 weapon actually slap. Like, give it a custom unique animation, or at least something different than the default ones out there. It could be like a budget Ruination, Sentinels of Light, or something along those lines. Now, I will say that the battle passes have been getting better, but the fact that the tier 50 weapons don't make me or many others want to grind the game to get it faster tells me that there's still a lot of work in this aspect when it comes to Valorant battle passes. And let there also be another free pass similar to the one that Riot did for Arcane in episode 3. This does sound like a lot going on, but hey, you either go big or you go home. And speaking of home, why not make a map for this act? It could be related to or even set in the runeterra universe. I really like the idea of it being in Piltover, seeing how that's where the first 2 seasons of Arcane is set in. But the main reason why I like the idea of it being set in Piltover is that I saw this bow and arrow on League's website, and I immediately thought of Sova. How about whenever someone loads in on this hypothetical map as Sova, his bow and arrow utility matches this one. You could even have some voice lines talking about how he's just going to borrow it. Overall, I think it'd be kind of neat to see this map be vertically structured, like how many people, myself included, thought Abyss was going to be. Basically, 2 bomb sites on top of each other. And I just want to say, if you've been enjoying this video, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel, as well as consider being a member if you want to see more. Thanks again for viewing. Let's get right back into this topic. Again, I don't know much about League's lore or map locations, so if you guys can think of a better place down below, feel free to comment. Now the question is, how or why would the agents be on a runeterra map, or at least a place that's inspired by it? And what I'm mainly trying to get at is the lore. Again, this would be tricky since we already have some lore when it comes to League of Legends and Valorant. Killjoy plays it.
Hello, Killjoy here. I am so excited for Arcane. If you couldn't already tell, I'm a bit of a League fanatic. So, I've been working on a little cosmetic upgrade for one of my bots. Ah, there's my little star. You're going to look absolutely incredible in your Heimerdinger turret cosplay. Oh, Botty! So sorry about this. I'll post more updates later. Auf Wiedersehen.
So the problem is that runeterra is a fictional world in Valorant's universe. But of course, anything is possible in the multiverse. One of those portals that the agents always use could easily transport them into a universe where the planet runeterra exists, or maybe someone or something so magically strong summons them there. The devs could also go full weeb with this whole idea and just turn it into an isekai, where the agents get put into KJ's game. Maybe Max Bot has something to do with it. There's also a possibility that in Valorant's universe, the makers of League of Legends decided to make a theme park or city based on their game, which would explain why a certain location looks similar to a League of Legends location. I'm just spitballing ideas out here. But now let's get into potentially the best part of this hypothetical League of Legends / Valorant Act collab, and that will be a new game mode. And while we're here, why not bring back replication too? I asked my viewers in the community tab what type of game mode that they would like, and to my surprise, many people want a PvE mode. I honestly thought the retake mode would win, and because of this shocking revelation, I decided to follow that up with another post asking about what type of PvE game mode that everyone would like. Again, the results were quite shocking. Zombies came in first, followed by action adventure campaign, and lastly an extraction / looter shooter. A Destiny 2 or Warframe type of game mode came in dead last, surprisingly. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the only zombie game mode that I've ever played was Fortnite Save the World, and mainly so I could farm V-Bucks since my broke high school self didn't have a job at the time, when Fortnite Battle Royale was popping off. And honestly, Fortnite Save the World was low-key fun when it came to designing your own weapons with perks and defending your base from all types of zombies and monsters. However, I think an action adventure campaign similar to like old school Halo would be kind of cool. It would be a dope way to experience Valorant's past, present, and future lore. I would have loved to play as Skye when she took down Atlas here. It kind of reminds me of like playing Nathan Drake in one of those Uncharted games. Of course, this is very far-fetched, and a zombie wave mode probably would have been a lot easier. So why not for the first act just make the zombies a corrupted version of the League's minions? Now for me personally, I wouldn't mind an extraction game mode in Valorant, and I don't think it's that far-fetched either. Many extraction games on the market right now are slow pace, tactical, and require precise aim. Valorant checks all those boxes. It's also 2024 now too. Many shooters that are out and successful have multiple popular game modes. I've said this multiple times in the past, Fortnite's more like Roblox now than a battle royale. Apex has a mixtapes of other game modes, and Call of Duty has anything that you can think of when it comes to shooters. And a lot of these games have multiple popular game modes. In my opinion, Valorant barely has one, and it's the comp game mode where the vast majority of people spend their time. And a lot of people who play Deathmatch and TDM do it just so they can prepare for rank. Now, I'm trying my best not to be ignorant here. I know a lot of people play Spike Rush, and it is a fun game mode, but it doesn't hurt to expand a little bit. Even though I frame this as a friendly competition between Fortnite and Valorant, at the end of the day, Tencent will be winning. Nonetheless, I'm just throwing ideas out there in the universe for someone to pick them up and use. If any Riot developers is listening to this video and wants to take these ideas, you're more than free to. All I ask for is maybe I get a Riot gun buddy, maybe. Nonetheless, I still think this would have been a cool idea to see in the future, where both Valorant and League of Legends decided to collab for a whole act/season. You guys let me know down below how you feel about all of this. I don't play a lot of League, I just did a lot of Googling for this video. But if you guys have better ideas, comment them down below, like the video, subscribe, be a KDA warrior, and I'll see you guys later.